guys, it's your boy Carlos Imani. We're back again with another episode of Elite Insights. And today I had the pleasure to be joined by my sister, Wendy. How you doing?
Hi, Carlos. I'm doing well.
Yes, thank you for joining us and being in space.
Absolutely. Happy to be here.
Excellent. I always like to start off and kind of give some insights into my guests and our relationship and just kind of how you ended up on this chair. So usually that starts off with like, what was your first, memory, or how did you first hear about Carlos Imani or Elite Collective? Take us back down that memory lane.
Wow, it's been a long time. I'm dating myself.
Right, me too. Hold on, because I was there.
Gosh, community events. You're everywhere. You and your staff, you are everywhere. And I just remember seeing you at so many different venues and always saying, hey, and just really loving your vibe and how you are moving within community, and just really was excited to see you and kind of work with you on a project.
Yeah.
I think we worked with Benita Thomas on a project.
Yep.
Yeah.
That was a dope one. And yeah, same deal, just kind of seeing each other in space and being around. And it's just one of those things. It's like, if you're about community, like there's a lot of familiar faces, right?
Yep.
Like, oh, seeing you again, and
Very
just
true.
kind of helping out in the ways that we can, just kind of align with our purpose and whatnot. And then that just kind of fast forwards us to December. I get this email from a business that I recognize with the name that I was like, wait, hold on, let me put this two and two together. So you hit me up from Byrd Barr Place.
Yeah. And if you remember, we were at the Northwest African American Museum for an event.
Yes.
And that's where I saw you, and I was like, wait, we got some events coming up. I don't know if the staff is working with you already, but I want to work with you. I'm at Byrd Barr Place.
Yep.
And I was like, yeah, just hit me up. And I'm glad to know you were surprised. Didn't think I was going to follow through, but I definitely did.
Yeah, no, that was dope. That was the King Day. And it's funny, I had some conversations about folks that were in space. That was actually a really good incubator. It was like one of the first events of the year. It's the early January for Martin Luther King Day. And it was just like a dope space. Community organizations were all tabling, and we were just. It was funny because earlier that day, Jackie and Rosie was like, "Hey, we need to get you with our new boss." She has some folks that she's worked with, but we want to work with you, and we're gonna bring you up to her, and hopefully we can work out. I'm like, yeah, no problem. I feel good. Like I've done enough good in community that I feel like my name, kind of holds its own. But at the same time, people use the people that they like.
Absolutely.
And then I ended up seeing you in the lunchroom.
Yep.
And then we just started vibing. And it was just like, oh wait, hold on. Putting
Him?
the two and two together. And I was like, yeah, go back and tell him I'm your guy actually.
Exactly.
They're not. I'm not. Their guy. We go back further.
I was gonna say, you're my guy.
And it's just dope how like the universe just kind of puts it all together, right? It's like you're gonna be where you need to be when you need to be there, and that was a true testament. And just seeing you and your team gelling and coming together and just kind of being a part of that, and it was dope to kind of have that conversation where so many times we see each other at events and it's like I literally don't see them till next year, right? And it was just like I personally wanted to get away from that, where I feel like I don't truly give enough value, right? We'll go to an event, we'll do a photo booth, we're doing video recaps, photography,
but you don't
sound,
get to catch back up and talk about it.
And then I give you like content, like all this stuff, but then it's like I'm detached from it for a whole nother year. So I've been real intentional about, can I find space? Like, is there an opportunity where we can be with you and journey with you the whole year?
Yeah.
And what would that look like? And it's not of, oh man, I wish you was with us 3 months ago.
Right.
So we could have had that for our event today. But then it's like, yo, let's plan that out. What does that look like?
I was super excited. In our conversation, you kind of alluded to, hey, we don't have to contract event to event, especially when you worry about availability, and when you said, yeah, we can talk about a retainer, I was like, ooh.
What's that look like?
That. Tell me more. And I'm super excited. We wanted you for all our events. So it just seems so natural for us to be able to work out something where we just get to talk to you about every event that we're putting on and how we want to get out to the community.
Yeah.
So I'm over the moon excited about the partnership that we've created together.
Absolutely. And for some folks, like, retainers are new to me as well in terms of like at this level, at this capacity, where, you know, there's several large events throughout a year, and, you know, meetings, you know, monthly, or actually probably every other week or so. But just like wanting, again, with insights, we like to like provide some value to folks that like might be on that bubble of like, am I ready for a retainer, or would that work for us? And what does that communication look like? Or even on the vendor side, like, hey, maybe you might want to reach out to some people that you service a lot where you might be able to bring value. And again, going back to the time and availability thing, like I'm coming from a point of like, you know, it's just more so me knowing I'm going to do this. It's kind of a commitment to each other. Like, hey, I want to be here for you. You guys value the work that we're bringing to the table. So let's just map this out so that we have some stability, knowing that, okay, we have income that we know that's coming. And then that way we know we don't got to hustle as hard. It's like now we could put energy into the event and not necessarily into finding the next dollar. And then for you guys, you're not stressed out about, oh my God, I need more vendors for this event or the whatever. So it's really that kind of going back and forth. Can you talk a little bit about from, because you've been at different levels in terms of the type of the, like, just like how big the event is and how many moving parts and when did it, or how did it make sense? Or was like, okay, I think a retainer is good for us here.
Oh, wow. From the start, because knowing that we had, I put a calendar together in January of all the events that Byrd Barr Place would like to do in terms of engaging the community and fundraising, all of those things. And so in my mind, instead of having to, you know, 2 months out or 3 months out, connect you, do you have availability? It just made so much more sense to negotiate, to be with somebody who we know and trust, who knows our vibe, knows our, just the language and who we are. It really makes a difference. And so to have that secure for the entire year,
come on,
I felt like I was rock star. I felt like, I have arrived. I'm doing something real by being able, I mean, this part of the production is so important and crucial for us, for every event that we're doing, from the health fair, block party, gala, all the different, you know, big events that we're doing, having our communications, marketing, all of that set is no brainer. It took a lot of weight off of my shoulders because that's one less thing that I have to coordinate and do. I'm working with you now, and we're a team. And so, and I get your insights on different events and things. Having, you know, you've been in the community and you've seen so many different things. So having that other element, it's a no-brainer. It's a beautiful thing for us. We're excited, totally excited.
And I love that. And that's what I try to do is just bring that experience, right? If I'm like training other photographers or videographers or whatnot, a lot of the training that I provide comes from mistakes that I've made and things that I've overcome and whatnot. I was like, look, I already did it so many times. And from an event standpoint, I've been a part of events that were successes and other events that had some challenges. And it's like, all right, being that we've seen that, like, let me steer you guys in this direction, because I have a feeling that, you know,
needed,
that may or may not go that way. But you talking about having and being able to work with someone that gets you is so important. And I can't stress on that enough, of finding alignment. And again, it goes both ways. Like when you saying that to me, for me, that looks like me not having to onboard another client, having to churn every 90 days of learning a new brand and learning a communication style and learning, do you like Teams or Zoom or whatever, right? So if I could find someone and we can grow together, figure out, get our cadence of communication, figure out how do you guys like to receive files and stuff, like that saves so much time on my end of not having to like relearn and redo.
Absolutely.
And we can kind of just hone in. I feel like we're able to get to the point of providing the value, because at the end of the day, like, I'm just trying to help you say what you want to say to the people you want to say it to, right? And that's how I literally drill down everything. And that might show up as a live event where we're trying to express like, hey, here's our gratitude with our funders that you guys have poured into us and we've been able to pour into community through service or whatever. And it can get lost in trying to, you know, learn SOPs and learn, slide decks and all the things.
Everything like, new all over again.
And if we can build with someone, then we can get in that pace. Where it's like now we're running together. And we're just handing, you know, handing the baton back and forth.
I feel like it saves a ton of time.
Absolutely.
Like you said, you don't have to try to figure it out. Let me talk more. Let me get your language. Let me figure out what your the climate, or just trying to find the vibe. What is your vibe? What are you trying to say? Who are you trying to be, or whatever?
Right.
But by working together on several projects, you already know, and you also are able to capture our voice.
Right.
I've been able to see that through your work, is how it's magical what you do, but it's like being able to really capture our voice. I can say it one way, but when you get done with it, it's exactly what I wanted to say to the people I wanted to say it to.
We're big on that, of capturing that authentic voice and really being able to kind of like paint that picture, right? We want to take what's in your mind and bring it to fruition. We're not trying to water it down. We're not trying to make it fit a certain thing. It's like, this is the voice. This is how we want to communicate. This is who we want to communicate it to. So let's just be authentic with that.
Yeah, sometimes it's not always easy for people to figure you out, and it takes a little longer to really you may say something, but it could be said in a way that they're like, I didn't really catch what you're trying to say.
The dots
so I do.
Connect.
I love the chemistry we have. I love that you know me personally, but you also know Byrd Barr Place.
Right.
And so it really, really helps.
No, that's dope. And that's stuff that we treasure, being able to work with people over time, right? Because you can only get better if we're sharing with each other. How can we grow, and all those kinds of things, and having like a safe place, not to necessarily fail forward, but having grace.
Absolutely.
Right, and being able to kind of grow together, I think is dope.
I do like the fail forward part too.
Well, I don't believe in failure.
No, I mean, in learning, for lack of a better word.
Right. I believe I learned from that experience.
Exactly.
But I really pride ourselves in figuring out a way. So like, from what the people see, it's done. They might not know what we went
in the
through
back
to get
end.
there.
Right.
But there's some things that we could do some better on the back end for sure. But you got to be able to produce on the day of. So that's why it's like not a complete failure, but there were some challenges.
Sure. Always challenges.
But yeah, so back to like were we able to kind of connect and talk through one of our first big events with this health fair, which is the first annual. That's huge. Like I think I had a moment with you and with Rosie and Jacqueline where it's like, man, take a moment.
Yes.
Breathe. Y'all just did the first annual. That's always the hardest one. It's never been done before.
Right.
There was no blueprint. Y'all just made it happen. Tapped into community, tapped into other folks, Marvina and different people, and just to kind of help bring it together. So tell me a little bit about what that was idea like. I mean, I know you, so I know that you've been around that kind of stuff, but tell me about how that came to be at Byrd Barr.
It's a beautiful thing. Wherever you go, you kind of bring your essence and a little bit of you. And that was my first, that was the first Wendy part that I was bringing to Byrd Barr Place. Marvina Kemp and I have been doing these health fairs. It was almost every 6 months we were kind of doing them. That was together, that was our fourth one. And it felt almost the same as it did when she and I did our very first one with Byrd Barr Place, with the staff and everybody getting excited about being able to bring the community into a space where they can get help, all kinds of help, especially help that many of us Black folk don't tend to get, like the counseling and chiropractor and even massages, things like that. We, for a long time, have thought that is just luxury.
Right.
That's not for
us.
For
me. Yeah.
Right. But we are spreading the word to everyone that it is, in fact, for us more than anybody is for us. We need to learn and figure out ways to release some of the tension and stress. And, we take on the world. We're resilient people. We believe in making it happen and getting it done, and especially for our community.
Right.
We ride for the Black folk.
We believe in self-care.
That's right.
Along with that.
And that's the element that I felt.
I love it.
Because that was what the whole essence of what the health fair was about. Self-care as well as wellness for all of us, right? And so it was really huge for Byrd Barr Place. We're known for just being in the community and doing all kind of community work. Now we expand it. We want you to pay attention to your health. We want you to get your vaccines. We want you to get all the things that will help you be and thrive in this world, right? So it was phenomenal working together with all the other community elements and bringing the health fair to come to fruition. We had childhood vaccines in there, again, chiropractors, massage therapists, and counselors on hand, making appointments and doing all kinds of things, as well as food trucks and
little fun, little food.
Fun.
We had a photo booth in there.
Yeah, and the fitness demos. That's like one of my favorite parts of the health fairs that we introduce, bring out from 90 down to the toddlers. There's something that everybody could do for fun to keep their bodies moving. And so we had the silver sliders, the senior silver sliders that were doing their thing. They had boots on the ground.
Yeah.
They were doing the line dance and making me feel like, wow, she can do it. I should be able to do it.
Right. No,
so we were all out there trying to line dance and do different things. We had other fitness people there doing similar to, I guess, kind of Zumba, but a little more, way more active, and personal trainers. So it was really awesome just to have the different elements that were there, for just reminding people, get up, move around, don't get complacent.
I love that. So what can people expect out of the health fair, or just kind of this health wellness movement from Byrd Barr? Are we looking at this being like an annual thing? Are there things that people can tap in on the website, or what can we look for?
We're working towards that. So the health fair, we are looking and hoping, we're thinking it's going to be an annual thing. Also, we'll be looking to do some other health focused things. Stay tuned on our website and you'll hear more about that. But,
absolutely.
Byrd Barr Place is all about whole family approach. So we want to take care of the whole family, and we want to take care of the whole person. So that will be, from buying a home to keeping you warm to having food, and now making sure you have health care, and that you're thinking about the different elements of ways that you can make sure that you're thriving, that you're exercising, you're eating right. We're talking about nutrition. So we talk about balance, So stay tuned. Byrd Barr is all about us doing all things to make us thrive.
I love it.
We're not surviving
Legacy
anymore.
in
We're
action,
thriving.
baby.
Yeah. Byrd Barr Place is all about that.
I love it. So what do we have next on the calendar coming up? Because you guys always got something going on.
We do. And we're super excited about our second annual block party.
Let's go.
We started something last year and we want to keep it going. So our annual block party is going to be on July 12th. From 12 to 5. We're going to have vendors there, selling, small businesses selling their products. We're going to have food again, and again, free entry into our block party, and there'll be free food
for the whole family.
There'll be a kids zone with a bouncy house, and hoping to get some face painters there. We plan on having, again, more food trucks, hopefully some barbecue.
Let's go.
And many other food trucks that are going to be there. We have some performers. We will be inviting.
With some live performances going on.
We
have our DJ, Blendiana Jones will be playing some tunes.
And Top Spin. Yep. And Royce the Choice will be one of our headliners for the performers that will be going through. So we're still steadily signing up.
Mark your calendars, basically.
Yes.
So folks will just come in. They just sign up and just come in and enjoy.
And if you'd like to volunteer, we have some volunteer opportunities. And actually, on that day, we'd love to have you come through and help us. And it's just going to be a ton of fun. It's going to be a lot of fun. Again, we're inviting the community. Just come in, be with us, hear about what we're doing, and see what other people are doing. It's going to be a great family affair.
Sounds like a big for us, by us kind of affair. I love it. So what's the best way for folks to get in contact with you guys, and how can they get involved? I'm hearing volunteers.
Yes.
And
our website is probably the best place to go, and that is Byrd Barr Place birdbar.place or birdbarplace.org is our website. And there is many opportunities on our website for you to click on for volunteers, as well as all of the events that we have going on.
Volunteering events, helping out in the food bank.
Yes.
All those kinds of things.
Everything Byrd Barr Place, anything you want to know about us, we have it on our website. And again, that is birdbarplace.org.
Yep, I love it. Well, thanks for stopping by and sharing some words. This is going to be kind of a continual thing. Like I said, we got a lot of stuff going on throughout the year, and just want to provide opportunity for people to hear about what we have going on. Hopefully, folks can get some value about, if you're a smaller organization looking to jump up, maybe you look for a community partner that can help you amplify your voice. And, if you're someone that just feels a need to help out and don't know where, maybe you're a transplant, you can come to Byrd Barr Place and tap in and volunteer and give that way. And it's just dope to see. I mean, it's been around 60 plus years, and
61 years.
It's legacy in action, and we gonna keep on keeping on. I love it.
We are here. We are here for you. We are here to serve you, walk with you. We're super excited. We're all about community. And thank you so much for giving me an opportunity to let everybody know we're out here and what we're doing.
Excellent.
Thank you.
My pleasure. Well, thank you guys for joining us. Another episode of Elite Insights with Carlos Imani. Stay tuned, and we'll see you guys next time.